Hello kids, this is Faizan Hussain and today we are going to study a chapter of biology that is you can say tissues. So here in this chapter what we are going to study, what are the topics which are to be covered in this chapter are as follow. Here you can see the topics which are given. Our first topic is introduction. Introduction to tissue. What tissue is, how it is formed, what is their function and else. Our next topic is division of labor. With division of labor, we can say that how different groups or you can say different labors functions in an organism. How the function is performed in an organism. We will study about all this. Next is importance of tissue. What is importance of tissue? Why it is important and its function we are going to study. Next is here you can say plant tissues. We are going to study about the tissues which are present in plants and their types. Here we can see there are you can say two types of plant tissue. Basically we can categorize the plant tissue into two types. First is meristematic tissue and second is permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue we can say here undifferentiated cells are present. Undifferentiated cells are present and you can say these are dividing throughout their life. Got it? Next is permanent tissue. Here permanent tissue we can say these are differentiated cells and non-dividing. Here there you can say shape is fixed or permanent, they do not divide, and you can say these cells divide throughout their life, so they are undifferentiated and dividing. Next we are talking about the animal tissues. So here if we are talking about animal tissues, basically there are four types. One is epithelial, second connective tissue, third muscular tissue, and fourth is nervous tissue. With epithelial we can say it is the protective tissue which is you can say present outside the body and it's protect the body of an organism. Next is connective tissue. Connective tissue you can say it's a binding tissue which binds the tissues or organ. You can say it is binding tissue. Next is muscular tissue. Muscular tissues you can say helps in the movement, contraction, relaxation and movement of the body. It is due to muscular tissue. It is related to movement of the body. And next we are going to study nervous tissue. Nervous tissue you can say it helps in conduction of impulse or you can say helps in giving the message. So it is related to message. I hope it is clear. Introduction is clear. The topics which we are going to study in this chapter is clear to you. And now moving forward, we can see the first topic, that is introduction. We are going to start our very first topic of the chapter, that is you can say introduction to the tissue. Before starting the introduction, we get to know what all organisms are made up of. We have studied that all the organisms are made up of the basic unit, that is cell. Here cell is the basic structure and functional unit of life, of which all organisms are made up of. So we get to know that all organisms are made up of cell, and on the basis of number of cells present in an organism, the organisms can be classified into two categories. First is unicellular and second is multicellular. So if we are talking about the unicellular organism, so unicellular, uni means one and cellular means cell. These organisms are made up of a single cell. We can say a complete organism is a single cell. For example, we can say amoeba, paramecium, euglena. In this, a single cell performs all the function of an organism, just like you can say excretion, digestion, or you can say respiration. Got it? Here, a single cell performs all the function. And another category is of multicellular organism. Multi, with multi word you can say means many, and cellular means cell. So multicellular are the organisms which are made up of many cells. Example, human being only. So in human being there are specialized cell which performs the different function. Like you can see, muscle cells are present and they help in movement by contracting and relaxing. Similarly, nerve cells are present that helps in, you can say, conduction of impulse or conveying a message. Got it? Next you can say here the blood cell is present which helps in, you can say, transportation of like oxygen, nutrients, glucose, etc. in the body. So these are specialized cell or a group of specialized cell which is performing a particular or a specific function. So we can say that tissues are group of cells that have a common origin. Their origin is common and have a common shape and structure. They are having a similar kind of cells. Suppose muscle cells, the muscular tissue is there, so all the muscle cells will have the shape same as other cells. Like you can say spindle muscles are there, so all the muscles are having the spindle shape only in muscular tissue. And there are different type of muscular tissues also, we will study later on. A group of cells that have a common origin, shape and structure is known as tissue. Is it clear to you? Next here we can see they work together to achieve a common goal. Like all the muscle cells helps in contraction and relaxation and performs, or you can say cause the movement in an organism. It helps in movement. So muscle cells helps in movement. So they have a common function, you can say. So with this we can say cell combines to form a tissue. Suppose cells are there, similar kind of cells are there, and they combine to form a tissue. These are the group of cells which has a common origin, shape and structure and performs a common function or performs a specific function. So these are known as tissue. Is it clear to you? If we are talking about the formation of multicellular organisms, so we can say that a multicellular organism is formed of many cells. The cells which combines to form tissue. Here we can say tissue is a group of cells which has a common origin, shape, structure and performs a specific function. And here tissue combines to form an organ and organs combine to form organ system and different organ systems combines to form an organism. So this is how our organism is made up of. So if we are talking about the level of organization, we can see the smallest level of organization is Cell. Cells here, cells, there are different type of cells present in an organism, like we can say cardiac muscle cells, RBC cells, bone cells, liver cells. Got it? So different type of cells are present in an organism, and cell combines to form tissue. For example, like we can say cardiac muscle cells, right? Forms the cardiac tissue. Cardiac muscle cells combines to form cardiac tissue. In the same way, you can say smooth muscles, epithelial tissue, connective tissue, different type of tissues are present, and blood is also a type of tissue. Now, next level of organization is organ. Here you can say different tissues combines to form an organ, right? Here cardiac tissue, connective tissue, yeah, combines to form an organ, like you can say heart, liver, stomach, and etc. Next we can say our next level of organization is organ system. Organ system we can say like heart, arteries, veins and all forms the circulatory system. In the same way, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestines all combines to form digestive system. Got it? So in the same way, you can say there are different type of, you can say, organ system, and organ system combines to form organism. All the organ system, like you can say circulatory system, excretory system, digestive system, all these type of system combines and form the organism, like you can say human, cat, monkey, donkey, horse, etc. Got it? So this is the level of organization.